Hey folks, it's Lindsey Hudson with SPS back in the building. In this building, I'm at the home of Chas Lewless. My guy, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Thanks for welcoming me in. You're on a plane tomorrow headed to Cali.
Yeah.
LA?
Yeah.
Yeah, not San Diego this time, which is your soon-to-be school, University of San Diego, correct?
Yeah.
How many people were calling you thinking that your school was in the Final Four?
A lot. It was a lot of teachers, just people I didn't even know, just tell me they were rooting for San Diego State, and I just told them like don't really matter to me. I'm not going there.
That's not it. But look at how you making that decision to go to the University of San Diego just kind of put you on that stage. And here's another thing that's a credit to you. It wasn't far-fetched for people to think that the school you're going to is playing in the Final Four. You know, somebody like, it's no way, but to say that, that's it. Well, we're sitting here, man, because fortunately SPS is getting the support of a great organization, the Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network, and mental health and positive mental health has been their focus. And what I'll be doing with this platform is talking to great student athletes like yourself. And when we started this campaign, I couldn't think of any better person that can really be a great model as it relates to a student athlete that has experienced a lot, deals with adversity, still performs at a high level, and yet can represent well. I was just with your head coach, George Ward. He got an award from the Horatio Williams Foundation. I told him he was going to cry in the car. He said he wasn't going to cry. No, but it was a very joyous event. So just talk about playing for a coach like George Ward, who makes no bones about being a coach that's going to coach you up. Shout out to your mom and dad for saying, hey, this is where he needs to be. But also talk about playing for a coach like George Ward and also being a leader on your team. You had a hard-fought city championship, failed to cast, that went on to win the state championship. At least the team you lost to won the state championship, right? But just talk about your whole experience, and we'll get more into the mental health discussion as well as far as what it's like and to walk in your shoes.
Playing for Coach Ward is something I really enjoy. It's definitely not for everybody. I would say that, but me personally, I was able to take the coaching, and I didn't take everything that he said personal. I just knew he wanted me to be the best I can and me to get better. So sometimes it could be hard, but at the same time, in the back of my mind, I always know he wants the best for me. So he's definitely made me a better player, and he'll continue to make me a better player in the next year. So I'm excited for next year, but I'm just thankful that I get to play for a guy like him that makes me better, but also, loves all of us unconditionally.
Yeah, I know he does. There's no question about that. I've been knowing Coach Ward for years, and he wears his heart on his sleeve. So it's interesting, a player like you who's committed to the University of San Diego, getting ready to move forward, Coach Lavin, Coach Tyus, Etney, great group, but some guys would not want to have that pressure of a coach who is going to ride you a certain kind of way, who's going to be challenging in a certain kind of way. And I say that in the most loving form, but why did you choose to even take on that when it seemed like you were going to be able to kind of find your way without having to have that kind of coaching?
Well, I've kind of been used to that type of coaching, just from like my previous schools in AAU and even my dad. So,
throw your dad in there. Shout out to your dad, Chris. Oh my God.
But I've just been used to it. So the transition, it wasn't as hard for me. But a lot of kids, I feel like it is tough to get yelled at and tough to take criticism in that type of form. I just feel like I was just more accustomed to it, so the transition was more smooth for me. And also, I just always knew he was just saying it with love and saying it just to make me better. So a lot of people can't get past the yelling part a lot of the time, which is hard, and I understand that. So let's say
passionately pushed.
Yeah.
How about that, right? We just coined a term right there.
Yeah. He's very passionate, so not everybody can get used to it, and some people it can cause them to break down, but me, I just feel like I've been used to it almost my whole life. So
yeah, you're used to it. There's always this storyline about young African American males growing up in the inner city, unfortunately, single parent household and things like that. Just got to say hello to your dad today, talk to your mom. You got this loving family, you have your beautiful sister Hannah, you got this great thing going on. Talk about how even if you have all those things and support systems, how it still can be challenging for a young person who's a great athlete, great student, and just the things you still have to go through and your peers may have to go through from a mental health standpoint?
Yeah, so I am really blessed to have like a good support system in my family. Obviously, like he said, my mom and dad, my sister, and then just a lot of people that's in my corner. But I feel like it can get tough even with that support system, just because there's a lot of negativity around. As much positivity there is, a lot of times it can get matched with negativity, or cancel. They can cancel each other out. So there's a lot of negative people around you, people that don't want the best for you, people that like to hate on you. So once you hear them a lot, once you hear them a lot, you kind of sometimes you can start to believe it, or sometimes it can really get to you. So I mean, there's just times where it can get overwhelming. I feel like just with everything around you, and some people don't even mean to be negative. They just it's just a lot of noise just around you, especially when you're doing well. So that could definitely bring you down.
Yeah, fortunately, we have a great resource in the, like I said, D-Win's, app that we can look at that can help people. You've always showed a maturity as it relates to being open to getting assistance and help, and not really caught up in the stigma as it relates to talking to someone and getting help like that. I can't say if you were from another state, because this happens all throughout the country, and I can't even say if you were from another country, because it happens throughout the world. And someone said, tell me about what this mental health thing that's going on with the young people. How would you describe it, and how would you also talk about a way that they could manage despite all the different voices that you hear?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of young people, whether they play sports or not, they can be stressed out super easily when it comes to school. A lot of people have a lot of stuff on their plate, and then it's also added on factors like a lot of times social media can get to people. Like in school, you can get bullied and stuff like that. So it's a lot of people that deal with it and struggle with it. And I feel like there is a lot of help for people, but at the same time, not a lot of people know how to get it or are embarrassed to get it. So I feel like those are the biggest things. A lot of people, just feel like they can get over by themselves, or they're helpless when there is somebody that can help you.
You get a lot of notoriety and you handle it so well. Just being an outstanding student athlete, just being a nice young man. I mean, I've always sung your praises. What kind of responsibility, if any, do you think you have, or what can you do as someone that has a platform to not only do the best you can to have positive mental health, but to also have a positive impact on others?
Yeah, I feel like if a lot of people are looking at me, I just try to be positive. Like whenever I post something on social media, it's just about myself or basketball or something positive. I don't, like to be negative, especially because you never know what a person's going through, or what type of inner things they have, demons they have. So you just really never know a person's situation fully unless it's your own.
Yeah.
So I mean, some you say or do could easily hurt somebody, when to you it will be nothing, or something that could easily get to you or hurt you, somebody else will just be nothing.
Yeah, I like that. You and I talk a lot offline, and your leadership is outstanding. What's some suggestions you can give your peers, male or female, athletes or not, that can help them use the positive notoriety that they have, or the positive influence they have, to help other people along if they need some encouragement with that?
One thing I like to do is I just check up on people, make sure they're good.
What do you mean when you say that? When you say check up?
Like, if I got a friend I haven't talked to in a while, just, text them, ask if they're good or not. And, sometimes it's not even super deep. It's just somebody knows that, you thinking about them, you care about them, you want the best for them. So just a random text like that could just make a whole person's day or even a week.
What kind of responses do you get to those text messages?
I mean, a lot of times I haven't talked to them in a while, so it's just like a catch up, how stuff is going. A lot of friends that old schools I've had, we just start chopping it up, and it could we could talk about sports, whether we're playing or like the NBA, professional sports. March Madness just happened, so we could talk about that. Future plans we got, so it could be a lot of things. But yeah, just to me, when it happens to me, I just know, all right, somebody's thinking about me, somebody cares about me. So it's just a nice thing to have.
What I like about that, and I want to reiterate it, your suggestion, I think it's an excellent suggestion. You're not even saying get real deep and heavy. Just check in with someone. I was thinking about you. You can talk about anything that's going on, but it makes the person who's getting the text message feel that, hey, there's somebody there. And I think that's a great, encouraging idea. I mean, that's super. You got any other suggestion you can give too? I mean, that was a great one.
Yeah, I mean, to piggyback off the last one, it's kind of hard for somebody to, open up with something deep if you don't really talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it doesn't have to be deep when you just check up on them, but it just becomes easier for somebody to try to talk to you and come up to you if you have a closer relationship.
Well, just like that, Chas is giving us something that works. He's seen it work. I think that's an excellent thing. We won't get too hard and heavy with everything. We know you got to catch that flight. You're going to be on the West Coast real soon. You want to talk about this great school you're going to be attending, the next year?
Yeah, University of San Diego. I'm super
smile on
excited
your
about.
face.
Yeah, I'm super excited about it. I feel like last year was Coach Lavin and the whole coach staff's first year, and most of the players' first year too. So obviously. It didn't go as planned. There was a lot of injuries and stuff, but I truly believe in what they're building. If I didn't, I wouldn't be going there. So, I'm excited for what they're building and all the other guys they're bringing in. In that conference, there's a lot of great teams like Gonzaga and St. Mary's, Santa Clara, San Francisco. Like those teams have been to NCAA tournament. Just in the past couple of years. I mean, Gonzaga goes every year. St. Mary's almost goes every year. So we're hoping to, get up to that level, which I feel like we can do with the coaches that we got, the players we got, transfers, all that, and just the culture that they're building is something I'm super excited about, and I'm just super ready for.
Man, well, they got a great opportunity with you coming, man. I'm so proud of you, man, and what you're doing, not just on the basketball court, but how you're so willing to share and be a great resource to your teammates, to your friends and peers. Any last words you got for us before we let you get out of here?
No, just, thank you for everybody. Thank you to everybody watching. And yeah, that's it.
Hey, with that being said, I want to thank the Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network for the support of SPS, talking to great young men like Chas and others who are doing great things. And we want to put out some great things for mental health. And just keep supporting us. We'll keep supporting you. With that being said, we'll see you next time. Peace.